Hello everyone, this is A.S. Kulkarni. Welcome to my presentation on hospital pharmacy. Learning outcomes of today's presentations are: after completion of this presentation, you will be able to understand the concept of hospital pharmacy, remember the objectives and functions of hospital pharmacy, analyze the location and layout of hospital pharmacy. Roadmap of today's presentation. First, we will see the introduction part of hospital pharmacy. After that, we will see objectives and functions of the hospital pharmacy. And last, we will see location and layout of the hospital pharmacy. Before going to start this presentation, here is an reflection spot for you. How will you describe hospital pharmacy with their objectives and function? You just pause your video, write the answers in your notebook and then play the video. Let's see the concept of hospital pharmacy. By using this picture, I think you have got the ideas about hospital pharmacy. Here you can see the hospital pharmacist dispensing the medicine to the patient. So the hospital pharmacy is a department that provides pharmaceutical services to the inpatient as well as to the outpatient. The department is headed by professionally competent and legally qualified pharmacist or registered pharmacist. So the hospital pharmacy providing medicine to the patient, all types of medicines on the prescription of physician. I told that this department is headed by professionally competent staff. What is the meaning of professional competence staff? So here professional competence staff means the persons with adequate knowledge and skill to manage all the activities, that is departmental activities, along with the services to be rendered to the patient. So the prime responsibility or objective of the hospital pharmaceutical services is to provide safe and effective medicine to all the patients attending the hospital or clinic. So these services must be safe, efficient and economical. So let's see the definition. So hospital pharmacy is a department of hospital where procurement, storage, compounding, dispensing or distribution is done under the control of legally qualified staff. Or it is an actual practice in pharmacy which is attached to the hospital where procurement, manufacturing, dispensing is done under legally qualified pharmacist. So here all types of medicines is given to the patient on the prescription of registered physician. So this is about the introduction part of hospital pharmacy. Next we will see the objective of the hospital pharmacy. So the objectives are designed to fulfill the legal aspects mentioned under Pharmacy Act 1945. Okay. In this, first we will see here the main objective of hospital pharmacies is to render services in a professional manner. So what or whatever activities which is done to give better service to the patient, which should be professional, as well as to work with ethics and follow the code of conduct on hospital pharmacy. So with ethics, all the activities should be done. Next, hospital pharmacy implement the policies and standards which is laid down by PTC, that is Pharmacy and Therapeutic Committee. So the whatever policies which is formulated or prepared by the PTC committee, hospital pharmacy should implement those policies to provide good services to the customer or patient. Next, hospital pharmacy act as a counseling center. So whatever the information related to the medicine should provide to the patient about dose, time, as well as its storage condition, etc., as well as to the physician and nurses. Next, hospital pharmacy improve and strengthen the scientific, technical, management skill and GMP, that is good manufacturing practices, or GLP, that is good laboratory practices, for better service. So workers or the staff which is present in hospital pharmacy should be skilled and trained registered pharmacist. So this is about the objectives of hospital pharmacy. Let's see the various functions of hospital pharmacy. So many activities which is performing in hospital pharmacy under the supervision of the head of the pharmacy. So these are categorized in these three groups. In that, first, pharmacy activity, second, supportive activities, and third, educational activities. Let's see first pharmacy activities. So the first activity, that is procurement of all types of drug which is required in the hospital, as well as the raw material which is required for formulating any type of dosage form. So here hospital pharmacy should procure or purchase the required material in the hospital to provide better service to the patient, as well as hospital pharmacy manufacturing or compounding as well as a dispensing of a drug on the prescription of the physician. So whatever prescription is coming in the hospital pharmacy, so here hospital pharmacy should provide those medicines with the required quantity of that particular medicine to the patient. Next, distribution of drugs to the inpatient to wards. So here the inpatient which is admitted in the hospital for getting the treatment, so here dispensing of drugs to that particular patient takes place through ward. So here hospital pharmacy should provide or should dispense the medicines which is required in inpatient required for inpatient with the help of nursing wards. Next, hospital pharmacy arrange bulk supply to other departments like mini pharmacy, satellite pharmacy, and unit dose dispensing units, that is UDDS. So here this is the main responsibility of or main function of hospital pharmacy. Whatever material which is required in the hospital or the various department like mini pharmacy, satellite pharmacy, and UDDS unit should arrange all these material to the department and make available them as early as possible. As well as here is an separate facility is provided or which is prepared in hospital pharmacy for storage of narcotic and poisonous drugs. So this is about the pharmacy activities. Next, that is supportive activities. So your hospital pharmacy help to other department for purchasing of materials other than the drugs, that is ancillary material, which is required to the departments which is present in the hospital. So hospital pharmacy should coordinate and cooperate with the all the departments which is present in the hospital. Also, hospital pharmacy should provide information related to the medicines to patient, that is counseling should be done by the hospital pharmacy with the medicine to that particular patient, about its dose, volume to be taken, as well as its storage condition, etc. Also, it should provide information of drug to physicians as well as to the nurses. So hospital pharmacy should support to all the departments as well as to the patient by providing the information related to the medicine as well as the various types of treatment. Also, he should maintain the details of purchases as well as receipts and supply of the drugs. So whatever material which is provided to the various department, hospital pharmacy should maintain details of that supplied medicines as well as materials. So this is about the supportive activities of hospital pharmacy. Next, educational activity. It is very important point or very important activity related to the hospital pharmacy. So hospital pharmacy should provide the training programs for hospital staff as well as pharmacy professionals. Okay, as well as hospital pharmacy provide information on new drug or recent technology about the drug to the physician as well as nurses. Also, hospital pharmacy should maintain DIB, that is drug information bulletin, in the library. So whatever the information which is collected in the particular book, that is called as, which is published, that is called as DIB, so which should be maintained or available in the library. As well as hospital pharmacy should carry the drug monitoring. Also, hospital pharmacy should arrange various seminars as well as workshop to the hospital staff as well as pharmacy professionals. As well as hospital pharmacy provides training facility for fellow pharmacists to build confidence in the particular pharmacist to work properly and provide better service to the patient. So these are the functions of hospital pharmacy, comes under the category pharmacy activities, supportive activities as well as educational activities. Let's see. So this is and pictorial functions of hospital pharmacy. Here the procurement of all types of materials like medicines as well as the ancillary material is done, as well as the raw material which is required for the manufacturing of any dosage form. Also, here is a manufacturing. If there is any bigger hospital, so there is a separate unit for manufacturing with all the equipments which is required for that manufacturing of dosage form. Also, hospital pharmacy doing the quality control test on raw material which is processed for the formulation of dosage form, also on the finished dosage form to check the quality of that raw material as well as the finished product. Also, he is storing the medicines in a particular or a separate storage room with the requirements like in cold condition as well as in room temperature. Also, hospital pharmacy dispensing all types of medicines to the patient on the prescription of physician with the legally qualified staff or legally qualified pharmacist. Also, he is or that hospital pharmacy providing information related to the drug to the patient as well as to the physician and the nurses. Also, hospital pharmacy maintaining all the details of purchasing as well as the supplied material to the various departments. Also, hospital pharmacy providing training program to the hospital staff as well as the fellow pharmacists. So this is the overall about the hospital pharmacy and their functions. Coming to the next, location of hospital pharmacy. So it is a very important parameter where the hospital pharmacy should be located. So it should be located at convenient to provide services to all the departments, as well as it should be located at ground floor or first floor and near to the OPD counter, that is outpatient department, to provide better services to the outpatient, because large number of outpatients is coming in the hospitals, so they will get the more benefits from the hospital pharmacy. That's why it should be located near to the OPD department, that is outpatient department. So it should be decent and enough space for waiting patient with adequate sitting facilities. So those patients who are waiting for taking the medicine, hospital pharmacy should provide the space for waiting or with the adequate sitting facility until they get the medicines which is prescribed by the physician. So it creates the good image of the hospital pharmacy and enhances or increases mouth-to-mouth publicity. So why designing the pharmacy? Here some factors which is considered. So here mainly three factors which is considered, that is first one, that is place as well as the size of that particular hospital pharmacy and some provisions which should be met. So here, so the hospital pharmacy located in such a place to access all the patient easily. So easy access for outpatient. So outpatient will get benefited from the hospital pharmacy, as well as dispensing becomes feasible and economical, as well as convenient to central delivery department. Is there any main store of the hospital pharmacy? So it is easy to convenient to supply or to get the medicines in a retail pharmacy. As well as second factor which is considered here, that is size. So here the size of hospital pharmacy is based on the operational activity which is done or which is going in the hospital pharmacy. And third factor here, the provision should be made for washing of the containers in case of any manufacturing unit in the hospital pharmacy. So here provision which should be made for washing of the container, storage of the bulk solution and concentrates, as well as separate storage for narcotic and poisonous drugs, so which is discussed earlier, and adequate sitting facility for the staff, and lastly, that is fire control facility. So this provision should be made while designing the pharmacy. So this is about the location of hospital pharmacy. Let's see the layout of hospital pharmacy. So this is a typical layout of hospital pharmacy. So in this layout you can see here there is a manufacturing unit of a parenteral in the hospital pharmacy, which having a required water system for protection of the parenterals, as well as container area, which is in that container here, whatever container which is required to pack the parenteral finished product, which is stored in a separate area. Also there is an sterilizer. So whatever the parenteral preparation which is made or which is prepared in the manufacturing unit, which is sterilized by using suitable sterilizer, either autoclave or any other suitable sterilizer. So this area which is a sterile one. So whatever the requirements required for manufacturing of parenterals, which should be made or which should be available there, as well as in this area positive pressure which is maintained to avoid the entry of foreign particles. You can see here the entrance to the parenteral manufacturing. Also here the glass partition, and here the corridors. So in this corridor there is a separate AHUs, that is air handling units. As well as in hospital pharmacy there is a separate area for keeping or storing of the active medicament. So whatever the active medicament which is required for production of parenterals, which is taken with the required quantity by using weighing balance or other weighing machine. So after this, here is an working section. So a pharmacist which is actually working in that section. So after the parenteral preparations, so this finished product which is stored in as a rack store after quality control test. Here is an secreting area for the staff, as well as whatever the records which is maintained or which is required to be maintained, which is stored in filing rack. Okay, in this section there is an compounding and a dispensing area. So whatever the material which is prepared, so which to be dispensed to the patient. And here is an entrance of that hospital pharmacy. So this is overall about the typical layout of hospital pharmacy. If you have any questions, you can drop your query or question in this number, as well as on the mail ID which is given on your screen. Thank you for patient listening.